Hello friends and greetings for the day. Welcome back to another tutorial on our foundation level sample paper discussions. We are in set C talking about the questions on the chapter 1. Just a quick highlight, the chapter 1 has 8 questions out of 40, having again a great number of contribution towards the examination, and yet important to look at several types of questions which can be expected during the examination. So the next question we are looking at is the question number 7, and the question number 7 is all about some typical concepts. Let's read out that. It says a tester participated in a discussion about proposed database structure. The tester identified a potential performance problem related to certain common user searches. Now, this possible problem was explained to the development team. Which of the following is a testing contribution to success that best matches the situation? Now, this is a very typical question which can be asked to you at any point of time during the examination, because it's not relevant to one topic. It's a collectively conjunction of multiple things put together here, and we cannot say that what exactly a user is doing here. It could be static testing where you are reviewing the design, or you're participating in a kind of backlog grooming, or maybe a design session and you identified this flaw. You could be a performance tester here, or many other things. And then comes the concept of different other things, that what you were actually looking forward to as an objective of this session, right? So you cannot say that this was not something which was covered in the syllabus, or this was something which we did not discuss. It's just a conjunction of everything what you have learned in the entire syllabus. That's where I keep requesting all the participants to make sure that you go through the entire syllabus first and then look at the sample questions, because if you try solving it part by part, you may not have the exact clarity that what exactly people in the examination are expecting. Let's jump into the options here. The option says as enabling required test to be identified at an early stage. I think we are not looking forward to reduce the number of test cases, or building up identifying the related test, because this is more of the design part. And while enabling required tests to be identified in an early stage, it's just the testing contribution to success, but there is no indication in the question that the tester did so. So we did not talk about any such specification that you were busy preparing the test cases, or you were talking about the queries which are related to preparation of your test cases, right? Let's look at the B, ensuring process are carried out properly. Now that's again something which could be kind of an activity which a QA can be involved in to a certain extent, but QA is not again which is being discussed here. So talking about the processes being carried out appropriately is basically a part of quality assurance, and this is not something which is referring to the testing contribution to success. So we cannot pick up that option as well. Coming to the C, reducing the risk of fundamental design defects. I think the option itself glows up and says, I'm talking about the design defects, and this is where we review the design and contribute by identifying the flaws in the design architecture, and highlight that during the quick review or static testing of it, right? So it says that we are trying to reduce by identifying the risk, identifying the flaws at an early stage while you were involved in the review of the design. So totally makes sense, but let's confirm with the D also. Reducing the risk of untestable functionality. Reducing the risk of untestable functionality is the testing contribution to success. The tester here has not identified something untestable, right? Because if you look at the scenario, it clearly says that a potential performance problem related to user searches. And that does not mean that I cannot test it, right? It's not something which is untestable. This is more of like performance issue, which is tweakable, right? You may say that I don't need, less than 3 seconds or less than 5 seconds. I need less than 3 seconds as response time. We're talking about, the hundreds of users, or probably we're talking about 500 users. And this is more of the scenario driven, not exactly something as a functionality which is testable or non-testable. That totally gives us the right justification required to pick up our right answer, which is C, Reducing the risk of fundamental design defects is what we are trying to contribute from a testing perspective by participating in the design review and going by the scenario provided to us. Jumping into the next question, which is question number 8. Which of the following is an example of task that can be carried out as a part of the test process? Pretty much straightforward, talking about what are the test process activities and what is that we can look forward to as an option here. A, analyzing a defect. B, designing test data. C, assigning a version to a test item. And writing a user story. Now, of course, writing a user story is something which is done by a business analyst or maybe a product owner if you're talking about Agile as a methodology, because user story is something specific to Agile and that's written by the product owner, not a test process activity or task. C, assigning a version to a test item. The test does not match the description of the component test. While a tester may need to identify the test item's version for result reporting purposes, assigning the test item's version is a part of configuration management. And in fact, we have covered that in the chapter 5, talking about there must be an automated or tool-driven or manual configuration management, which will take care of whenever an item is updated or modified, we have a change history created, and that is where the tool will capture it. We do not assign a version. We actually do not. It's just that whenever the change happens, it just takes up the version history, and the version configuration management will be identified and deployed in order to do that. Coming to the option B, designing the test data. Yes, one of the core activities of the test process during the test analysis, where we analyze and identify the necessary test data. In the test design phase, which is the core phase of writing test cases and identifying the necessary test data to support those test cases. And that's where it pretty much gives us a clear insight that, yes, this is one of the tasks which the test process can do. But what about A? A says analyzing a defect, and analyzing a defect is not a responsibility of the tester or not even a task of the test process. It is a part of the entire journey of the software development lifecycle, where a report of defect is done by a tester, but analysis is done by a developer. And that's where this is not something which we say as a part of testing, because if you remember, the chapter 1 also spoke about the comparison between the testing and debugging. So testing does not do beyond finding a defect, and debugging deals with analyzing, getting into the root cause, and resolving the issue. So you have to again collectively put everything together in order to come to a conclusion that what exactly would be the right answer for such things, right? So keeping it short and simple, the right answer here is B, designing the test data is one of the tasks of the test process, which is done under test design phase by the testing team. So that's all from this particular tutorial, team. Should you have anything else, feel free to comment below. I'm always there to address your queries and answer them well. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the context. Thanks for watching the video, team, and happy learning.